And we welcome you to another great day TV, great show. I know I always say that, but it's true. We're going to go to Switzerland with Anne and John. We're going to go to Europe with Steve. And we're going to go with Amy to Shipshewana, Indiana. So stay with us on Great Day TV. And Craig Cinnamon and John Cinnamon are travel leaders. They travel all over the world, and we're so grateful that they share their stories with us. Recently, they just got back from Switzerland, so let's go with them.
We recently took an early spring trip to Switzerland, hoping to experience warmer temperatures while still catching snowy peaks on Switzerland's world-famous mountains. It didn't work exactly as planned.
We flew to Zurich and immediately got on a train. This trip was all by train, which is easy to do in Switzerland, especially with a Swiss pass. Our first destination was Vaduz in the nearby country of Liechtenstein. That stop was part of our while we're in the neighborhood theory of travel. We had never been there before, and it was in the neighborhood, so why not?
Liechtenstein is a tiny country less than 20 miles long, squeezed between Switzerland and Austria, with fewer than 40,000 residents. Vaduz, the capital, is scenic with Alps surrounding it.
It's a monarchy, and the royal family, led by its prince, live in a medieval castle that dates back to the 12th century. It sits in a prominent location just above the town and is lit up at night. You can hike up to it, which of course we did. You gotta wonder if there's been any upgrades in the last 900 years, like indoor plumbing. The prince is known to walk the grounds regularly, but we didn't run into him.
Back in Switzerland, our next stop was St. Moritz, which is a resort town in the Alps that has hosted the Winter Olympics twice. It's rather high-end, putting the Ritz in Moritz. It has a championship bobsled run and ski and snowboard areas. In the winter, polo matches and horse races are held on the frozen lake.
We decided to take a day trip on a famous route that runs from nearby Kerr through St. Moritz, ending in Turano, Italy, called the Bernina Express. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and no wonder. The scenery is just amazing as you travel up and down all around the Alps, with stops in small alpine villages along the way. It was breathtaking.
The next day, we were leaving St. Moritz on the Glacier Express, which is a special train that runs from St. Moritz to Zermatt in southern Switzerland and takes 8 hours to get there. It, too, is a famous route, and we were especially looking forward to this part of the trip and the chance to see the Matterhorn.
However, upon arrival at the St. Moritz train station to board, we learned that there had been a snowstorm in southern Switzerland and northern Italy that completely shut off Zermatt and other towns in the area. Well, that was an unexpected development. We were told the Glacier Express would only take us part way, then we would have to decide where to go from there.
Luckily, that leg of the route took us over one of the most anticipated parts of the trip, which was over the iconic Landwasser Viaduct, which spans the river valley and is known for its stone arches and breathtaking views as the train crosses over it.
We were dropped in Kerr and had decided to head as far south as possible to the village of Brig, hoping to make it to Zermatt the next day. When we arrived, it was rather chaotic as everyone had to get off since the train couldn't go any further. Getting a hotel was the next challenge, and then navigating these snowy, slushy streets with all our luggage.
As it turns out, Zermatt was completely shut off without electricity or anything for days, and there was concern about avalanches. They had me at avalanches. So we headed north for Interlaken, which is an absolutely gorgeous town between two lakes, which is what the name means. We went up on a funicular railway to Harder Kulm for a breathtaking view of Interlaken, the lakes, and the mountains, which included Jungfrau, Monk, and the famous Eiger. Paragliding off the Alps is a big thing in this area, and they were flying all around us and landing right in town.
From Interlaken, it was off to the quaint village of Wengen with its timber chalets. Wengen is perched in the Alps between Lauterbrunnen and the higher village of Mürren. While there, we did what is known as the Top of Europe, or Jungfraujagd, which takes you high into the mountains with gorgeous views, and at one stop, a ski resort that was very busy.
It was a bit cloudy at Jungfraujagd, so the view was not as good as we would like. The huge complex includes an ice tunnel that you can walk through with incredible ice sculptures.
Later in Lauterbrunnen, we visited the most unique waterfalls we've ever seen. The Trummelbach Glacier waterfall is inside a mountain. There's a series of stairs that you can climb, both inside and outside, to get different vantage points of the falls as they thunder down around you.
Finally, it was time to head to Geneva, where we visited nearby Chalon Castle, which is located on Lake Geneva near Montreux. It's a medieval castle that has lots of history and is just beautiful, and we climbed all over it. Some places were clearly built for much shorter people than we grow them today.
All in all, it was a great trip, despite the disappointment, and points out that when you travel, you have to be flexible. Switzerland is gorgeous and definitely bucket list worthy. For Great Day TV, we're Ann and John.
Great Day TV, great stories, so don't go away. Stay right there.
In Indiana, I can catch a wave.
In Indiana, day night rocks.
In Indiana, I'm not the only dinosaur.
In Indiana, it's anything but ordinary. Plan your visit at inindiana.com/summer.
Start your engines for fun and a good cause. Second annual Howe Alumni Car Show. $25 for a vehicle. Spectators are free. Proceeds support scholarships to deserving seniors attending Irvington Preparatory Academy and legacy seniors. And trophy sponsorship opportunities are available. Get info on how to sponsor a trophy and donate to the Alumni Association at howhornets.com. Register your car and dress it up with Howe spirit.
I'm Phil Shoemaker, Prime Plumbing and Drains.
Providing top-tier service, whether a stinky mess, water leaks, or other pesky plumbing problems in an ethical manner with straightforward principles.
Where a good flush beats a full house.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
Find your purpose by serving others. Hi, I'm Quinn Buckner. Do you know how exciting and rewarding a career in senior care is? ASC offers so many options. Work with a team that truly cares about you. Choose a company that leads through innovation. We are one ASC. Join our winning team.
Coming up on Great Day TV, we're talking food, fun, ice cream, strawberries. Barney Wood has more.
It's late spring, early summer, the kids are out of school, you're looking for a place to go, well, we've got you covered. It's Spencer Farm in Noblesville, Indiana. There's U-Pick strawberries and other U-Pick crops, there's ice cream, there's goodies in the market, there's even a little cozy winery for the adults. Let's go check it out. So Spencer Farm has been here for a long time. How did it get started?
Barney, you're not going to believe it. I was in the livestock. That's what I loved when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I learned to shear sheep. And one of my people that I sheared for lived in southern Indiana, and he asked me what I was going to do when I got out of college.
Okay.
And I said, well, I would like to farm. And he says, I've got just the thing for you to get started. He had strawberries, and he says, that can get you started raising, getting farming.
So what's all involved with like the U-Pick strawberries? How do what do people need to know about doing that? And how long does that kind of season last?
Well, strawberry season, we've had strawberries for 43 years, and U-Pick is what people really are enjoying at this point in time. It's just a real joy for me. It's just a joy.
It's just great. We went out there, there was just tons of kids. So now is the season to bring your kids out here?
Well, it is. I mean, it's a tradition for families. I mean, we have families that have come out here. I'm seeing, from the time we started, I am seeing young people come out that were infants when we first started.
No kidding. Yeah, that's gotta be.
And I actually, yeah, it really puts the gray hair on your head, let me tell you, you know, type of thing. But, you know, when you see something like that and you feel like, you know, you've been that small part of those people's lives, I mean, that's special.
Oh, yeah.
You can't.
That's a legacy.
There is nothing money can buy that's even close to something like that.
That's true. That's really
And to be quite honest with you, that's what drives me. That's what has motivated me later in life.
Just never gets old.
No, I mean, when you say the opportunity to see people happy, I mean, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
The one thing I want people to know about Spencer Farm is that this farm would not exist if it wasn't for the faith that we have in the Lord, to be quite honest with you. Mm-hmm. It's a true blessing to be able to work with people the way we do, and we have been blessed beyond measure in times when we shouldn't have been.
The scene that we're at right now is right in front of your winery, surrounded by grapes and beauty. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the winery and how that got started?
Sure. Mm-hmm. So 2019 is when we opened the winery, and I had tinkered with winemaking before, and when we opened, quite honestly, it was not very good. But
oh, really?
Yeah, you learn a lot over the course of doing it for 5-6 years here, and still learning.
You know, like this Marquette, are you growing this grape?
Yeah, so Marquette is one of the grapes that we grow out there, and then this one is a blend of Vignoles, Vidal Blanc, Cayuga White, and a splash of Traminette. So it's got 4 different
in the white?
In this white barn blend.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So are all the wines, are you making them? Or do you sell others?
We have, I think, 2 that are not made by us, but all the others.
That's it?
That's it. And then we're getting to the point with our vineyards where about 80% of our wine is actually grown here.
That's incredible. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of rare for Indiana, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, there's good quality grapes that we can grow here and make good wine.
Tell me about the market here.
Yeah, so the market, we have lots of locally sourced products. We also we make our own fudge. We've got a bunch of pies.
Right.
Ice cream shop. We try to keep things as local as possible because we really do work hard here to provide just an experience that we hope people enjoy. And, you know, it's just a family-run operation. It's just myself and my parents, and then my sisters help out from time to time.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 2 younger sisters.
And that's it? And then who's the favorite?
Well, not me, probably, but I don't know, but it'd be an arm wrestle between the 2 of them.
Visiting Spencer Farm never gets old. There's berries, ice cream, food, wine. Best of all, family memories. I'm Barney Wood. Thanks for watching.
When I realized I couldn't hear on the phone anymore, I said, that's it. I won't let hearing loss slow me down. That's when I got a CapTel caption telephone. With my CapTel phone, I hear what I can and read what I miss. Now when the phone rings or I want to make a call, I don't hesitate to pick it up. It's just like using any other phone. Plus, I can read what my caller says.
Visit Relay Indiana to see if you qualify for a phone at no cost to you.
I'm Phil Shoemaker, Prime Plumbing and Drains.
Providing top-tier service, whether a stinky mess, water leaks, or other pesky plumbing problems in an ethical manner with straightforward principles.
Where a good flush beats a full house.
Your hearing is part of your overall health care. Whisper Hearing Centers. Professional audiologists, highly trained and experienced in testing, diagnosis, and treatment of your hearing loss. And the latest technological advances in hearing care. Yes, it's possible to get a hearing aid online or at a box store. But a Whisper Hearing Center audiologist takes the time to test you thoroughly, answer questions, and find a hearing solution that fits your needs, lifestyle, and your budget. Whisper Hearing Centers.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
You want to go for a ride?
Want to check out the view?
I'm in. Feeling festive?
I'm in.
Get in at inindiana.com.
Visit Indiana and Amy Howell, and she's taking us back to Shipshewana. I love saying that. Shipshewana. This is apparently the perfect place to take the kids for the summer. Here's more.
Hi, Patty. We are in Shipshewana. We're at the Red Wagon at Davis Mercantile. I'm joined by Sonia Nash, the Executive Director of Visit Shipshewana. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. We're so glad you're here.
Let's just talk about this place really quickly to give an idea of Davis Mercantile and the Red Wagon.
So the Red Wagon is on the top floor of this amazing building in the heart of downtown Shipshewana, containing over 20 stores filled with games, toys, home decor, Brighton jewelry, my personal favorite, a hand-carved carousel, jumbo Amish pretzels. There's everything you could want and do right here in this one building.
And that carousel is amazing.
It is so fun. You know, so it goes about 5 minutes, and each of the animals, there's a chicken, there's a cow, there's a rooster, not just your normal carousel animals. So it's fitting for Amish country.
But what about even when you get outside of town? There's
Sure.
plenty of things that are just a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, whatever to do.
People enjoy our countryside. You know, we're the home of Amish country, the third largest in the nation. And because of that, people want to enjoy our rural back roads, take that gravel road and go find the Amish leather maker or the silversmith who's making the wind chimes or the Amish fried pie lady. We have some amazing fried pies, the whoopie pies, go to the Amish bakery in the countryside. The Blue Gate has amazing food as well in their bakery. So lots of great things to eat. You know, Amy, I like to encourage people, pack your sweatsuit because it's a stretchy pant tour.
Stretchy pants, yoga
lots
pants.
Of fun food.
I mean, you can see popcorn, noodles, salsas, jams. You can buy some at the visitor center. You can buy some at the Blue Gate, some at the flea market, you name it. Anything else you think people should know, family friendly, budget, coming, seeing, doing, staying?
Sure, so people with children and adults, even intergenerational, grandma and grandpa with the kids, sometimes it's nice to get out and play. We're right on the Pumpkin Vine Nature Trail. It's a 17-mile paved bike path. Now this is where the Amish bike as well, so it's a real cultural experience as well as a recreational and an outdoor experience, plus it's free. So you can bring your own bikes. We do have bike shop rentals here too. You know, I often encourage people to camp, not only if you have your RV, but we have cabins and tent camping. S'mores popcorn is a favorite treat for that camp out. But camping, buying the burgers direct from Yoder's Meat and Cheese and grilling them out. They are organic, farm-to-table manufacturer of meats and cheeses. They have a bacon cheddar brat that is to die for. And then in addition to the Pumpkin Vine, there's canoeing and kayaking on the Pigeon River. The Pigeon River is part of the Indiana DNR, so we have large fishing, trout fishing, all different types of outdoor things that families and kids love to do. So between disc golf, the trails, the parks, the Pumpkin Vine, outdoor experiences as well as indoor fun.
All you need is your fishing license and your stretchy pants.
There you go. Sounds like a plan.
Come to Shipshewana. Sonia, thank you so much for having us. And I will tell you, the s'more popcorn is delicious.
I think it's a treat.
Patty, back to you.
Great Day TV with Realty. Yes, we're talking about your house and your rental and what you need to know.
Come check out Big Dog Flooring's large selection of waterproof, pet-friendly products. Benny and Bernstein love featuring their hardwood, carpet, and waterproof flooring. With Big Dog's in-stock products, you can find value all the time. And yes, we install all of our residential and commercial products, which includes carpet, hardwood, and our huge selection of waterproof flooring styles. Big Dog Flooring, a home's best friend.
I'm Phil Shoemaker, Prime Plumbing and Drains.
Providing top-tier service, whether a stinky mess, water leaks, or other pesky plumbing problems in an ethical manner with straightforward principles.
Where a good flush beats a full house.
Start your engines for fun and a good cause. Second annual Howe Alumni Car Show. $25 for a vehicle. Spectators are free. Proceeds support scholarships to deserving seniors attending Irvington Preparatory Academy and legacy seniors. And trophy sponsorship opportunities are available. Get info on how to sponsor a trophy and donate to the Alumni Association at howhornets.com. Register your car and dress it up with Howe Spirit.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. and we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
Regardless of the role, we come together under one mission. Hi, I'm Quinn Buckner. Do you know how exciting and rewarding a career in senior care is? ASC offers so many options. Work alongside the best and the brightest. Feel secure in working with the best. We are one ASC. Join our winning team.
And now on Great Day TV, the great Tony Osler is here with the Osler Realty Group. Thank you for coming.
Of course, thanks for having me.
We're going to talk realty because people say, oh, it's great out there, but it's also expensive. What's going on?
Yeah, home prices are still pretty high. Although we are seeing a little bit of a break, we are seeing some reduction in some home pricing. Homes are sitting on the market maybe a little longer than we seen maybe just a year ago, and so we're seeing some price reductions based on that. But homes are still selling well too, just depending on the area and the home that you have.
Yeah, and we talked about this before. You think, oh, I can get all this money for my home, but you have to have somewhere to go, and that may cost more money too, right?
That's correct. I think part of the issue that we have going on is low inventory, and that low inventory is caused by folks that are in good interest rates that they may have gotten a few years back, and to make a lateral move, like to sell your home and buy the exact same home, you're probably looking at a couple $100s more just based off the interest rate. So a lot of people are just kind of staying pat until they can maybe come into a better rate than what's going on today.
So do you see things changing, or is it going to things will keep going up?
I think my personal thoughts are as the economy improves, I think interest rates will eventually come down, and as they come down, I think homes are going to become more affordable, and we'll have a lot more buyers on the market. So yeah.
Really? Really? Okay. So maybe it's better to wait. You're awful busy though, aren't you?
We are busy. Of course, we do more than just sell homes. We rent homes as well. So we're busy with all folks, whether they're wanting to buy or sell or rent. And so yeah, we are seeing an uptick in our business. And again, I think as the economy keeps improving, that's only going to continue to improve. So
wow.
Yeah.
And you're going to continue to stay busy?
I hope so.
You like to be busy then.
We like to stay busy, yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Well, good advice.
Yeah.
I think I'll stay put then for a while.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks are doing the same. They're just kind of staying pat and just waiting to see what happens.
Oh, pat staying pat.
That's right, pat staying pat.
You see what I did there? Thank you, Tony.
Of course, my pleasure.
Boy, what a handshake, aren't you? Oh, my goodness. Thank you.
My pleasure.
We'll be back with more on Great Day TV.
Hi, Maria. What's up?
Hi, I'm just calling to say hello. How are you?
Great. It's so good to hear your voice.
Staying connected has never been easier for people with hearing loss. Now you can read captions of everything your caller says with CapTel Caption Telephone.
Did you hear that Ed finally proposed to Anna?
People with hearing loss can enjoy the same ease, speed, and confidence as telephone callers everywhere. Learn more about this service at RelayIndiana.com.
I'm your realtor, Tony Osler, and I love helping people on the move.
And Tony is my guy.
The Osler Group with Remax Centerstone combines vast knowledge, many years of experience in order to help you.
Call me about your next move.
And Tony is great.
Your hearing is part of your overall health care. Whisper Hearing Centers. Professional audiologists, highly trained and experienced in testing, diagnosis, and treatment of your hearing loss. And the latest technological advances in hearing care. Yes, it's possible to get a hearing aid online or at a box store. But a Whisper Hearing Center audiologist takes the time to test you thoroughly, answer questions, and find a hearing solution that fits your needs, lifestyle, and your budget. Whisper Hearing Centers.
Gourmet cuisine, breathtaking views, and a vibrant space to connect and enjoy. Skyline Club Indy, 36 stories high above downtown Indianapolis. Join the club today and enjoy an elevated experience. Take part in a full schedule of events and special gatherings. Skyline Club Indy, a place to celebrate.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
Coming up on Tech Talk, sponsored by Whisper Hearing, because we want you to hear everything you possibly can. Steve Schweitzer recently went to Europe.
I'm on the road again. First stop is Switzerland, and then it's on to Amsterdam in Holland. I've got some tips for making the most of international travel on Steve's Tech Talk.
There's nothing like visiting a new place to discover unusual sights and sounds. Like these alpine horn players we found while journeying into the Swiss Alps. Yes, that is the Matterhorn. But along with the excitement of a new adventure outside our backyard comes the chance to get good and lost. As we did, wandering these narrow, winding Swiss streets, stopping to admire wall art in the cheesemonger's booth. We quickly lost track of the rest of our group. When I phoned and asked where they were, they couldn't pronounce the street name, and they couldn't find the name of a cross street. When I suggested they mark their location on the map with a pen and then send it to me, there was a long pause before they admitted they didn't know how to drop a pin, much less how to send it. Pins can be your best friend, regardless of whether you're exploring the unknown corners of the world or just trying to find your car in a huge parking lot. They work in both Apple Maps and Google Maps. In either map program, click on the little triangle to move to your current location. You may want to zoom in for precise positioning. Then, just press and hold your finger on the screen where you want to drop the pin. Apple Maps even gives you the option to move the pin if you need to reposition it. Both programs allow you to share the pin using text messaging, email, or even Facebook. There are lots of ways to use pins. I like to drop one at the front door of my hotel. I wish I'd remembered to do that in this lovely Swiss village. Turns out there were several hotels owned by the same company, which I discovered by going to the wrong hotel. The next time you're the passenger on a long trip, play around with pins. They're a great tool that can make navigating the world much easier. For Great Day TV, I'm Steve Schweitzer.
We thank you again, as always, for joining us. Don't forget to go to our website, and you can see all the stories, all the shows, all over again. Take care. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. We'll see you next time on Great Day TV.